Wait a moment. I want to ask you something. We never get the opportunity to talk in private on the ship. Tell me, what do you think of the other passengers? Well? But he knows the Great River like the back of his hand. He knows how to avoid the river's teeth and can navigate the ship safely through the Devil's Maw, while I quake and quiver in fear. He can be a hard and stubborn man, but I guess he has to be. After all, he has to shoulder the responsibility for the ship, the crew, and the passengers. He sure is. The Star of Fairdock has never capsized, and its crew has never gone hungry. What about the others? Oh, he's always complaining about something. I can never do anything right in his eyes, and he never believes me either. Exactly. He really shouldn't take his bad temper out on me all the time. But I enjoy listening to his stories. When he talks about his adventures, it's as though you were right there with him. What about the others? Well, if you know anything about them, you have to tell me. I've already tried to get some information out of that good-looking, dark-haired fellow. But the dwarf and the blonde-haired fellow with the broad shoulders drove me away as soon as they saw what was going on. With all their whispering and carrying on, they're like a gaggle of old maids, That's for sure. They argue all the time, but they are very careful to make sure that nobody overhears what they're saying. Maybe they are planning a robbery. Or perhaps they are Imperial agents. What about the others? Me? Why? I'm sure that you will have adventures and be rich and powerful one day. But as for me, well, there's nothing interesting to say about me. Oh, thanks. You're right. I'm as grumpy as old Pete sometimes. But I would love to know what becomes of you one day. We've talked for long enough. Hey, the last one to report to Pete has to light the fire.
It's a relief to see that you have returned unharmed. We were a bit worried, especially Pete.
What do you mean, we're worried? I still am worried. Shaky Legs Carl told me all about what happened.
For all I care, that stupid river father can steal Shaky Legs Carl away.
What? Captain, you mustn't say such things. What's more, Henry spied a dark shadow on the river earlier. Now that's an evil omen if you ask me.
But I'm not asking you, Pete. If you want to stand guard all night, be my guest. But I want everyone else rested up for the coming day. And that's my final word on the matter. Good news at last. Pete, stop babbling and take care of the fire, all right?
You! Take care of the fire, Jana!
But...
And you go. Tell your 3 traveling companions over there that the camp is set for the night, but do not otherwise disturb them. Understood? Don't let Pete hear about that. What about it? It's better to be on the safe side. You made a very wise decision, especially as young Jana was there with you. Not that I hold with all that superstitious claptrap, but still, do you want anything else? I'm sorry, but we're in the middle of an important discussion.
That's none of your business. But, we don't have anything to hide, so I guess we can tell you.
We're merely traveling merchants, and we have important matters to discuss.
That's right. We have a private matter to discuss.
Oh my, you are such an elegant and subtle character, Gamlin. I am impressed.
What's that supposed to mean? You're making fun of me, Kano? Foxhill.
It would be better if you left us alone now. I'm sure that one of the boatmen would be glad to chat with you. What now? We've already explained that we do not wish to be disturbed.
Oh, thank you for that reassuring piece of information. I'm sure we've earned a nap.
I have to agree with him there. I'll sleep like a log after all that cursed rocking and rolling about on the ship.
Nobody's going to bed yet. Or have either of you slackards come up with a good idea yet? Please explain to the captain that we have matters to discuss, and that it will take as long as it takes. We wish to remain undisturbed. Understood? Have you spoken with the gentleman? Well, that's their business, isn't it? Thank you for helping to set the camp for the night. Pete has laid out your bedroll. It's the one with the yellow blanket over by the fire. Sleep well, comrade.
Wake up! We're under attack! Watch out! Behind you!
We reached Nadarit early the next day after that nighttime episode. Of course, we didn't want to leave our brave, unconscious comrade-in-arms behind on board the Star of Furdock. I would never have dreamed that that poor devil would end up saving us later.